So DeepSeek is now available and everybody's talking about it. Why? Is it even safe to use? And what does China have to do with this? All of these answers you will get in this video, as well to getting a step-by-step guide on how to use DeepSeek and how to install it on your Mac locally. Let's get started. DeepSeek is one of the open source models. So open source models are models you can run locally without internet, and there are quite a few. Some of them are made by huge companies like Meta, Facebook, and that model is called Llama. And the Llama model was launched a while back, but what was interesting with this new model, it is more energy efficient and it costs nothing to run. So it's actually better than the model that OpenAI has. But there is a little trick. You cannot run it on your local machine. You need a pretty good GPU to run that with pretty much a huge capacity. So to start with, we need to understand what open source models are and how we can run them. So I'll be walking you through how to get DeepSeek running on your computers to start with. So the first thing, you would need something that can run the models. And the open source variant for this something is called Ollama. So you can download this on your computer. It works on Linux or Windows or Mac. And this will create a local server for you to speak with those different models. And so I've already installed mine, and it's just basically clicking the download button and going through that process. So can you trust it or not? Ollama is one of the most famous ones right now, and you could check out their GitHub, which is where most developers get their sources from. It has a huge activity and a pretty big amount of contributors, and it is considered safe. So once you install Ollama, the next step would be getting the models. So there are different variants of the models. Remember that I said that the best one you cannot really get, because the best model is the 671 billion parameter model, but that is about half a terabyte or 400 and something gigabyte. And that model would require you to have a pretty beefy GPU to run. I've seen variants where they're running them on their phone even. So in order to get it, you would need to write this command. So you would need to open up your terminal. I can show you. So in order to run it, once you have Ollama installed, you would write run, Ollama run, DeepSeek R1, and then you would need to specify the model that you want to run. I want to run the smallest one right now on my computer, which is the 1.5B. So you just write here 1.5B and click enter. So what happens is Ollama will go and download this on your computer and it would run it. There, it's ready. So what we could do now is, hi, what are you? And there. So the interface is not pretty optimal. So let's get an interface that looks more of the things we're used to, like when we're talking to ChatGPT or Gemini or Cloud. They have pretty nice interfaces, and this is in the terminal. So how can we do that? This is my personal recommendation for Mac users. And there are quite a few actually on the Ollama GitHub. So if you go here and then just scroll down, you will be able to find a huge list of desktop and mobile and even the glasses, the VR glasses. And in our case, we'll be running something called Enchanted. And it is a pretty nice one. You could download it from the App Store, and also it works on your phone. I have downloaded that here, and let's create a new chat. So you can see here on the top, it has already selected the model for me, and I can chat with it, but it will remember the history exactly how you are used to. So let's ask it one of the questions that are pre-existing, pre-prompts. And you can see it thinking because it's a model that resonates. And you could also use your microphone in order to speak to it. And some other capabilities, for example, images and so on. These are things that you can enable, but the model needs to support them. Now, I want to answer some of the most common questions when it comes to AI and if this thing is safe. Is it safe? With Ollama, when it's running on your local computer, it's never sending out data. And we could actually see this if we open up Wireshark and just listen up on the port for Ollama 3.4. you could see all of the destinations that this is communicating to. And you would see that it's just internal. It's only communicating inside of your computer. It's not going out. The only time it goes out is when it's downloading the model and then putting it. And there's more information about this on the GitHub, on tunneling, proxying, and how Ollama really protects your privacy. The whole point of this project is that this is local and it doesn't go to the internet. And then somebody says, how will the model know about the internet? If I ask it, where is Norway? How would it know? Would it need to be searching the internet? No, that's the whole point with AI. They are pre-trained and all of that data you're downloading it. And the bigger the model, the more knowledge it has. So is DeepSeek safe to use? Yes and no. Why no? Because if we're talking about running it locally, you're not sending your data anywhere. But if you're using the DeepSeek.com, there are some concerns with China and the way they will handle your data. So this is why people are afraid of using DeepSeek.com. But why are they using it? It's because it's way cheaper. It's literally 95% cheaper to use the DeepSeek, which gives you the same results. So there will be a lot of companies actually using this, and not locally. They will be running it in the cloud. And for those companies, you would need to be a little bit careful with sharing your data with them. And then for the how do I install it? How do I use it? Does it need internet connection, or is it really free? Does it need internet? No, it does not need internet. It has all of the model on your computer. So you could ask a question and it will answer you. Is it really free to use locally? Yes, it is completely free. Now, there might be some ethical questions about how was this model trained? And we don't really know the sources of the training data. Most important is, will I get any IP copyright issues if I'm using data that was stolen? And yes, that is the ethical question. For the question about does it spread propaganda and is it biased? Yes, there are some questions that you can ask to the model that it will not answer. So it is biased on the way it answers some of the China-related questions. And where does the data come from? We've spoken about this. We don't know. We know that it was trained using 2 other open source models, including the Llama, and then OpenAI claims that OpenAI was used to train it as well. And then, can anyone mess with the code? For the code for DeepSeek, I think here it is best to show you how we can figure this out. So let's go into GitHub and then just search DeepSeek version 3. So you see here that there are 13 contributors to this. So this is fairly a small amount of people maintaining such a big model, right? So can anybody mess with the code? Yes, it's possible that somebody will push something in the future, and then the latest commit was last week. So these models are getting updated, they're getting improved, and DeepSeek are the ones that are maintaining this. That's what you get with Ollama, right? It will not get auto-updated. You would need to take action in order to update it yourself. And what's really exciting about this model is that now it has made running AI locally for your project so affordable. You literally don't need to pay for it. And it's so energy efficient compared to the other models. My name is Ali. See you in the next one.